Hello, and welcome to A Word of Hope on Saturday of the 17th week in Ordinary Time. We have readings today from the prophet Jeremiah and from the Gospel of Matthew, and both of them talk about the cost of discipleship. In the first reading, Jeremiah is defending himself, for he has been sent by God to preach reform to the people of Israel, and they have rejected his preaching. And they are so angry that they want to put him to death. And he defends himself strongly. Listen to what he says. "It was the Lord who sent me to prophesy against this house and city all that you have heard. Now therefore reform your ways and your deeds. Listen to the voice of the Lord your God." He actually was able to convince them not to kill him. And as a result of his arguing today, he was spared death. In the Gospel of Matthew, we have the story of the beheading of John the Baptist. John, who also spoke truth to power, was not as fortunate as Jeremiah. It reminds me, my friends, that today we have many opportunities to speak truth to power, don't we? We are experiencing it constantly in our lives, in our politics. One of the most prominent examples for me today is the example right now in Canada and of the Pope's visit to Canada with what is called a pilgrimage of penance. Years ago, the people of Canada, the church in Canada, started to speak out about the injustices done to the Indigenous children in the Catholic schools in Canada. Horrific stories that we've heard. And the church has responded with this trip of Pope Francis, his humility, his willingness to acknowledge the sins of the church and to go on a pilgrimage of penance and to seek forgiveness and to foster healing. It reminds me of Saint Pope John Paul II, who in the millennial year of 2000 also wrote a major apology to the entire world for the sins of the church. It pays to speak up, even though it might be costly. People on the margins, people on the fringe, people on the outside, little people who don't believe they have a voice. Speak your voice. Let your voice be heard in all arenas of power. And pray that as the Lord has heard and is acting through Pope Francis today, so the Lord will hear and help us all to make things right once again. God bless you.